Season 2 brought us a very unexpected change to sniping here within Black Ops 6, and now the LW3 Frostline might be the best sniper in the game.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna get best play. Yeah, let me see this.
Oh yeah, he was nice with it too, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's all it is, just a little two. Ooh, just to finish it.
In the BO6 stripped club, straight up jorking it. And by it, well, let's just say, my Frostline. What's going on, guys? It's Rage, and once again, welcome back to some more Black Ops 6. Like I was saying at the start of the video, earlier today we had the launch of Season 2 here in Black Ops 6, and with it came a pretty unexpected change to the snipers, and the LW3 Frostline here might be the biggest part of the change. To me, it really does feel like it's the sniper that got the biggest change out of the four. If you haven't already seen this, this is from the Season 2 patch notes where it says, "We saw a lot of positivity surrounding the AMR Mod 4 when it launched in Season 1, in no small part due to the consistency it has with its hit location multipliers. With Season 2, we are increasing the one-shot hit locations on the launch snipers, with the goal of giving them all a similar feeling of consistency and opening the doors to more weapon variety." So that's the positive part of the matter. Now, the negative part of the matter is we are also making some small reductions to the aim down sight speed bonuses on the quick draw grips. There were a couple of considerations that went into this change. The first was a general power level of snipers, as the body multiplier changes are a big buff. Another consideration was our fast mag buffs, which we hope will enable players to comfortably take builds that stack multiple sources of ADS speed improvements. So taking the two weaker snipers with the Frostline and the SVD, as you guys can see, they have buffed the damage up to 104. Within its maximum damage range of 63.5 meters, the damage is up to 104. Within the medium damage range to 88.9, it's at 102. So still, you're going to get really consistent one-shots. Looking at the details, as long as you hit him in the arms and in the upper torso, you're going to get that one shot with the Frostline. But again, with that on the snipers with a quick draw grip, the aim down sight bonus was reduced from 70 milliseconds down to 60. It was the same thing here on the Dragunov. It went down from 75 to 65, a 10 millisecond reduction. The LR762 was 15 milliseconds down from 80 to 65. And lastly here with the Barrett as well, same thing, 15 milliseconds from 80 down to 65. Now, a couple of weeks ago, if you guys saw it, I made a video specifically talking about the LW3 Frostline and the CHF barrel, just because even though it was a lot slower, I felt that it was the best and most consistent way to use the Frostline. But now, this is a lot better. This was the original one that I was using even before the whole CHF barrel, but now the CHF barrel isn't even really that needed. Now, I do have Extended Mag 2 on, which currently gives it a 525 millisecond ADS, but if I take it down to Extended Mag 1, it's 505. If I wanted to put the Fast Mag on, it goes down to 491. However, I would really only use the Fast Mags when I'm using swap classes, like having two overkill snipers, which for example is what I'm using here on the LR762 and the Barrett, this swap class that I have. It does kind of suck having 4 bullets, but I mean, for the trade-off of a 511 millisecond ADS time and the fact that the LR can one-shot to practically everywhere on the body as long as you're not kneecapping them, again, it's mostly ideal just to go ahead and use it on a swap class. Now again, here on this base LR762 class, a lot of people were using the Extended Mag 2 just because the ADS went to 540 from 520. Now it's at 556 with Extended Mag 2 on. So again, if you really want to, you can go ahead and run Extended Mag 1 and it's 535. It brings it to a very similar position where the Tundra was in Black Ops Cold War. Over here on the Barrett, I have Extended Mag 1 and it's still 560 milliseconds. So once again, just comparing it to Black Ops Cold War, that's what it feels like. But to me though, this whole update was extremely surprising because I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought they were going to gut the Barrett. Maybe not gut it entirely, but I was expecting them to give some like sort of ridiculous recoil for follow-up shots or something like that, but that doesn't seem to be the case. That is not me giving them an idea or speaking it into the universe. I'm just saying that's what I was expecting because that's what I'm typically used to with the way they handle the Barrett nowadays. Now, I know I've definitely talked about this a whole lot and my opinion of how I like sniping in Call of Duty. Of course, I really enjoy fast snipers and everything like that, but when it comes to the newer Call of Duties, I do tend to prefer the slower, a little bit heavier hitting snipers. Things like the Tundra, Paladin, Springfield in COD World War II, LR762 in this game, the Longbow in Infinite Warfare, for example. I personally don't mind trading off a little bit of ADS if it means I can get a more consistent one-shot. Now again, I know we have our own personal preferences. Like, I saw Scope was tweeting about how he really likes the faster, lighter hitting snipers, and there's plenty of people out there that I know that definitely do prefer that, but the thing thing is here with the Frostline now is that I definitely feel a lot more confident and a lot more consistent with it, even if it's just a trade-off of only like a 10 millisecond difference on ADS. The fact that I don't have to run the CHF barrel on it anymore is huge to me. Now, by all means, feel free to go ahead and make fun of me down in the comment section. Go ahead and comment things like, oh, skill issue, just aim higher, which I know is really what it boils down to here when using the Frostline, because up until this point, it really was just a case of you gotta aim high. Oh no, I'm being gripped up on the boat right now, and now he's fucking me. Okay. Well, as I was going to say before I got gripped up, this is a new map called Lifeline, which is basically hijacked, but a strike map. Honestly, I'm not really sure what I was expecting as far as this map goes. Like, I was expecting it to be really chaotic, and I mean, honestly, it is. It is a strike map, just constant action all the time. I wasn't so sure how the flow of it was gonna go over, though, but if you guys remember that one strike map, I believe it was called Glabucko from Cold War. It plays very similarly to that. It's got 2 levels. It's got some pretty solid flanks on the side, some pretty good ways just to watch over the side of the map. Like, the flow of it is actually quite nice for a strike map. I really do like it a lot. Oh no, he was waiting in the back of the map. Oh my god. Dude, okay, alright, you know what? I'm not gonna go that way. Dude, that had to be the most Looney Tunes ass ragdoll I had ever seen in my life. That really is one thing that I do love about Black Ops 6. The attention to detail that they did with the new ragdoll effects in this game is amazing. Oh my god. Especially with something that's as hard-hitting as the Barrett, it's amazing. Real quick though, I just remembered this. There was one more thing that I wanted to bring up from the patch notes here. It says here in the All Weapons tab, lastly, we are tuning down bullet penetration significantly as we continue to see cases where bullets are passing through too much cover. Our first step in addressing this is to decrease the maximum depth that bullets can pass through for all materials. We have long-term plans to make bullet penetration more intuitive and more consistent, and we'll be introducing further improvements in future updates. As it says here on the last note, reduce bullet penetration on all surface types. Bullets will penetrate thin, weak materials like wood, plaster, and sheet metal. Now, the reason as to why I wanted to go ahead and bring that up is obviously because they changed the sniper damage values. I wanted to go ahead and test out Collaterals. The good news is that Collaterals are still mostly working as intended. What I mean by that is that it's still definitely possible to hit quads with things like the LR762, the Frostline, can hit some triples with the Dragunov if your targets are running. Barrett was still 6-1-ing on stationary targets, so no need to worry about that. But again, the reason why I wanted to bring up that bullet penetration change is because on all surfaces, that does also mean targets, enemies. I've gone into the science of this plenty of times and I'm still doing it right now, but the way that Collaterals have almost always worked in Call of Duty is that the bullet penetration, just for whatever reason, carries through targets a lot easier when they're moving, not when they're stationary. It's in very rare cases we have something like the Barrett in this game that can just one-shot through stationary targets like that. It doesn't work like that. Holy, yo, the front man is slide canceling, jump shotting. Yo, my fault. I am not meant to win that Squid Game. Alright, my fault, bro. It's just been a thing, been a quirk since COD 4. That's just how it works. I was also watching Scope's video earlier, and in his science test, he was a lot closer than I was, but he was still hitting those insane one-shots with the Barrett. I think he got a 5-1 with the LR and the Frostline as well, so it's still definitely possible. I'm just saying, in most realistic circumstances like that, as long as your targets are moving, you're going to hit that collateral, bro. You gotta hit that shot. Now, of course, there are things like the CHF barrel and FMJ as an ammo mod. If you really do decide to run that, that should, in theory, help out with hitting collaterals, but I don't think it's really a necessity. So again, good news being with this update, nothing really seemed to be a true negative to the sniping in this game. Maybe besides if you're really feeling the difference of like the 10 to 15 millisecond adjustment for the ADS nerf to compensate for the one shot. Which again, like I said earlier, I personally don't mind a little bit of a trade-off if it means I get more consistent one shots. I'm cool with that. Again, feel free to go ahead and disagree, call it a skill issue in the comments or something. I don't know. Now also, while we are playing on the brand new maps, this map here I believe is called Dealership, and playing KC on it right now, it is definitely a lot better for hardpoint. That's not a giant surprise. Hardpoint and domination on both of the new maps. Both this map here and Bounty as well. Bounty is actually a really sick map. I think I was initially looking at the map overview of this and I was looking at this like, oh my god, this looks insane. But the way that it flows and plays is actually pretty alright for the most part. Definitely, again, a lot slower in game modes like TDM and KC, but play the objective modes on it, it'll be a lot faster. Which also, if I'm not mistaken, I did hear this, that both of these brand new maps are already in the 10v10 mosh pit, so that's good. And this again has been my hope with Black Ops 6. I know that the launch maps in this game, people got very tired of. People got tired of the launch maps early on, and it's just the hope that the DLC maps that they add are better as time goes on. And in my opinion, so far, the new Season 2 maps are pretty solid, and we also have grind to look forward to in the mid-season. Oh, this is exactly what I needed. Bounty hardpoint? Yes. Setting up this map is super nice. It's basically this hotel. It's like atop of the hotel skyscraper. I think the overall layout of it works out super well. I think this is also super unique. These like little jump pads that you can basically run across across. Little scaffolding ceiling lights that you can jump across right there. I think that's pretty cool. And the layout of this map too really does feel like a more traditional 3-lane map that actually has some flanking routes to the outsides of it. It's not just this like one long hallway corridor. I don't know. I've played it a few times today, and the more that I play it, the more that I really do like it. It actually just feels like a solid 3-lane map. It's still a new map, so I'm definitely still learning it, but I really just like the setting of it. I like the setting, like the flow. It just seems like a really unique map. In the BO6 Stripped Club, straight up jorking it. And by it, well, let's just say my Frostline. Also, yeah, this will definitely be one of my next videos, but this new PPSH is really solid. I like it a lot. No shot, man. Oh my. Definitely a big fan of this new Frostline. Closing in on 20,000 kills here with the LR762, and all the way up until this point with the Frostline, I had like 6,000. Now I'm at 7,200. This change to the Frostline has been amazing. Absolutely love it. If you guys haven't tried it already, definitely do go check it out and let me know what you guys think. So with that all being said, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts on Season 2 down in the comment section below. Again, this was definitely not the change that I was expecting to snipers, but I'm vibing with it right now. Definitely a fan of the Frostline. Thank you all so much for checking out this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. It's Enrage, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.